So one of the biggest hindrances I see in people not being able to strike their irons well is they tend to move their weight off the golf ball to the top of their back. What happens then is if I'm back here trying to swing back to the golf ball, I've got to make some compensations to hit it solid. All right, guys, hope you're having a great day today. Welcome back to the Better Golf Project. Today, we are talking about how to strike your irons pure. Okay, so what we're gonna start with is a quick little simple quick fix that I do with a lot of my lessons to help them get better ball striking with their irons immediately. And then we're going to talk about a particular swing flaw that I see. We're going to approach this swing flaw through two different avenues. So stick around. If you're new here, please like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to grow this thing. We're all on this journey to better golf. All right, so here is our quick fix, okay? I did this drill when I was just starting to play golf as a 12-year-old. It really helped me learn how to hit the golf ball first and then the ground and actually compress the golf ball. I remember I did this drill hundreds of times when I started learning to play golf, and it really helped me. All you need is a golf towel and a ball, okay? The ball is about 4 to 5 inches in front of this towel. And to start with, what I would do is just make some practice swings, and you got to hit the ground in front of the towel. Then quite simply step in there, miss the towel, hit the ball. Man, that was pure. All right, so let's just say you're kind of struggling with this drill, right? When you go to do it with the full swing, you tend to hit the towel a lot or you top it. All right, so here's kind of a workaround, right? So you can start actually with the club on the towel. And you'll see how that actually creates a nice little shaft lean here. It keeps my hands forward. I didn't move my hands back when I did that. I just moved the golf club back, all right? And now I'm gonna make a practice swing, a little half swing there, all right? I'm gonna do it with the ball. So I just set it here, create that nice angle. Really solid strike there, okay? I can really feel that low point forward, striking that iron a lot better, okay? All right, so one of the biggest hindrances I see in people not being able to strike their irons well is they tend to move their weight off the golf ball to the top of their backswing. A lot of people do this when they're learning to play golf. It's natural, right? We want to get this club up and away from us, but we don't realize that we're actually moving our body up and back too, okay? What happens then is if I'm back here trying to swing back to the golf ball, I've got to make some compensations to hit it solid, or even just to hit it, okay? So one thing a lot of people do is they get over here and then they come over the top, get that nasty slice move, get steep, you know, hit weak fades, okay? Or they get up here and they kind of try to shift back over really hard, and then they have to dump all their angles and they kind of look like this at impact, okay? So the key here in the golf swing is mass matters, okay? Where the center of mass of my body, think about my belt buckle, is really important. So if I move this mass off the golf ball, I've got to do something to compensate for that. Now, what I want to see happen is by the time I get to the top of my swing, I've already started to move that mass back to the ball. Remember, I didn't say move it as I start my downswing. I want it moving as I'm getting to the top, okay? That's very important, because if I wait till I get all the way back here, then I've got to compensate again, okay? So we're gonna talk about two different swing methods that you can use to allow this to happen. One's kind of a simpler way to do it, and one's more dynamic, but they both work really well. All right, so the first kind of method or strategy for this is what I would call the center pivot model, right? This would kind of be like stack and tilt-ish backswing, but really just trying to turn and keep the center of my body still as I go back. So I'm not gonna have a lot of weight shift in this model, okay? It works really well for a lot of people, right? I'm not really gonna have a lot of issues with low point. That was really solid, all right? So how do I make sure I'm doing this? Well, we're gonna grab our handy dandy friend, the chair right here, okay? Hopefully you have a chair at your house, you know, maybe at the driving range, there's some chairs sitting there, but you can use an alignment stick for this, golf bag, bag stand, right? Hopefully the range you're at has a bag stand. So I'm gonna put this chair right up against my trail hip, and I'm gonna make these nice turns, and I'm trying to create about a ball size space off this chair by the time I get to the top of my swing, all right? I got this from George Gankas back in the day, brilliant teacher, sure you guys know about him. right? So I can do this over and over until I can do it in my sleep. Start with my right hip on the chair, and create a ball-size space between me and that chair. All right, once I do that enough times, I can hit some balls. Start it on my trail hip, create that space. Really pure there, okay? Now on to the other solution. All right, so this would be the more dynamic way of kind of moving the mass throughout the golf swing. Maybe you want to be more dynamic in your golf swing. Maybe you kind of want to look more like Kyle Berkshire, somebody that really comes off the ball and then recenters. You can get a lot of power and strength off that move, okay? So this I'm just going to call, instead of center pivot, we're just going to call it recentering, okay? So as I get up to the top, before I get to the top of my backswing, I'm recentering, I'm moving that mass back to the target, right? Almost like I'm surfing downhill, and that allows me to push into the ground and create all that vertical force kind of achieved initially by the horizontal force throughout the swing, all right? How do I do this? Well, we're gonna use some Dr. Kwon step drills. If you don't follow Dr. Kwon on YouTube, I'll link him in the description. He's fantastic. Got to be one of the smartest guys in the business of golf, okay? So step drills, real simple. Simple in theory, hard to do. You got to be patient with this, okay? So we're going to throw the club forward, step back, throw it back, step forward. Again, so as I get the club to about here, I'm already starting to step forward, and you see that separation there, right? The club is moving up, but my body's moving forward, okay? That's key here. I'm moving that mass appropriately. Throw it forward, step back, boom, okay? Let's see it in action. And throw it forward, boom, okay. I went a little slower there, right? Key here is maybe start with shorter steps, okay? So, boom, right? So you see I'm not having a super long step, right? They're pretty short. Just like that. Let's do it one more time. Take some practice. Oh, that was nice, okay? That was real nice. That'll get you more dynamic, moving that mass the way you want to, all right? So to start with, we got the towel drill. That'll help you the quickest. That's our quick fix, okay? And then you've got these two swing models that'll help you. The center pivot, kind of simple, staying on top of it, more dynamic. Nobody swings it the same way, okay? All golf swings are a little different. You need to find which one works for you. But if you stay within those two principles, it'll really help you hit your irons a lot more pure. Have a great day.